Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so another random comics review. This one's going to be Moon Knight #1 from 2006, written by Charlie Houston, and the art is by David Finch, and inking is by Danny Mickey. Okay, so this was probably the first, well, I don't know if it's the first revamp. This is the first, I'll say, ongoing Moon Knight from the 2000s. I know there was the 80s run, and then we had like the run from the 90s. I haven't read any of those, but I do remember the 80s run. It's kind of hard to make out some of this art probably on video. It's dark and it's very detailed and it's very gray and everything like that. But basically, we're opening up. There's a rainy night in a big city, and the narration is Moon Knight talking about different, different heroes and what their function is, and all this sort of thing. The Fantastic Four are there to save people from monsters. The Avengers fight, cosmic threats and stuff like that. And he's saying he does this other thing, meaning, of course, the street thing. Uh, Or actually, he also talks about, Daredevil's got Hell's Kitchen, Spider-Man's got, the B villains and whatever, and they leave this stuff for him. And this stuff being here, we see these two guys, these two cars racing along, having a gunfight for some reason. You assume they're gang members or something. It's never really explicit. But he says, those other guys have their hands filled with all those other things, so somebody has to do this. The fun stuff. Look, we get this big, pretty cool double page spread here, double splash. All right, so we've got Moon Knight. It's taking a gun from the one guy, makes them crash their car. Then he takes on the other guys in the other car. Big explosion. Here's an ad for something called Dark Kingdom: The Dragon King. I'm not aware of this movie, but okay. So yeah, so now he's dealing with the thugs. He's walking up there slowly. There's this narration where he talks about how he met Hawkeye, commenting on his costume. Hawkeye's like, you're running around the middle of the night with your silver and white suit. That's not, stealthy. And Moon Knight's like, no, see, you missed the point. The point is, I want the bad guys to see me. Muhahaha. There's a lot of very interesting visual storytelling going on here with the kind of slow panels, very kind of cinematic, kind of I guess storyboard-ish. We're definitely in the era of decompression. Moon Knight walks up to the last guy. The last guy can't shoot him, so the last guy's gonna try to shoot himself. Moon Knight stops him, but he punches him with his little spikes, his spiked brass knuckles. Then he gets into this moon copter and he flies off. The fun stuff. Beating the shit out of people. Let's see here. What's this? Oh, this is right when the first Civil War was coming out, right? So here's all the things that are kind of tying into that. All right. Okay. And okay, there's just more stuff with Moon Knight. Kind of going back to his lair, back to his mansion as Stephen Grant. Here he is with his girlfriend. Okay. And we're basically just seeing how this was his life. It's pretty much reestablishing the character for like new readers, more or less, showing them, okay, this is who he is, this is what he does, and Stephen Grant's kind of telling us the story, and he's saying, yeah, I got to do it again and again and again, beat up some bad guys, go home, make love to my wife or girlfriend or whatever. All right, so we fade back, then we fade back again, and we see this is how he really is right now. That's it. Oh, WWE action figures. How about that? Okay. But anyway, we pull back. We see this is where he is now. He's unkempt. He's physically impaired. He sits in this lonely mansion by himself, kind of drinking himself into despair. And then we kind of see some mission. It's probably hard to see here. He's kind of remembering here where he's had his legs broken. So here he is now. Can't do the superhero stuff anymore. He's taking his pain pills. And here we see this. He's got a fistful of something here. We're not too sure what it is. But here's more of the flashbacks. Here he is kind of raging at home. Here's his friends leaving him. His girlfriend can't take it anymore. He's had to sell all of his furniture and all of his things just to make ends meet. Marlene is leaving him. Oh, domestic violence. And it's just basically him wallowing in despair. Okay. And then here he is. It's the last splash page. He's praying to the statue of Khonshu, the Egyptian god of vengeance. And he's saying, please, let me be a hero again. Okay, and that's pretty much it. There's a letters page that kind of gives you a little background. Obviously, it's not any new letters. It's Charlie Houston giving you a little background on the character and whatnot. It's pretty good. Nice art, really detailed, really dark and spooky. Good setup. It works as a first issue. You see who the character is. You see what he's about. You kind of get an idea of the type of story you're going to get. So I thought it was pretty fun. I remember reading a interview with Doug Munch like a few years back, and Doug Munch is I guess that's the way you say his name. I don't know how you actually pronounce it. Is it Doug Munch? It's Moench. So I guess it's Doug Munch. But he's the guy who created Moon Knight. He was a writer for the '80s series, and I remember seeing an interview with him where he's talking about this interview must have been like from like the early 2000s ish, where some editor at Marvel came to him and said, "Hey, yeah, uh, we're thinking about bringing back the Moon Knight character. You should send in a pitch. We're gonna do it like they did the old series." And he's like, "Wait a minute. If you want to do Moon Knight in the style you did the old series, I'm the guy who did the old series. Why should I have to audition for it?" And he says, "Well, that's the way we're doing it. A bunch of people are sending in pitches, and we're going to take the best one." And Munch was kind of, "Yeah, thanks, but no thanks." Just you can call it ego if you want, but I get what he's saying. You want somebody to do this thing that's just like the thing that I did. Why do I have to compete, with somebody else to be myself? So I just thought that was interesting. Oh, back cover. RV Robin Williams on vacation. No one can hear you scream. I have no memories of this movie even coming out, but all right. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great day.